Hello Libra, welcome to this reading. We are going to be taking a look at the energies and predictions for the sign of Libra for the month of September. Now do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. All right, Libra, let's go ahead and get into this reading here for you as we roll into this brand new month of September 2025. We'll go ahead and get all of the cards out here, get everything set up and in view, and then we'll get right into it for you. All right. So this month we do have the second series of eclipses that are happening here of the year. So eclipses are big times of the year. Usually they can bring big themes into our lives, and they play out over a longer time horizon, usually over like 6 to 12 months, right? So you may not immediately, something might not immediately happen on the eclipses, but whatever the energies play out over the next like 6 to 12 months. So they're usually big times. And they are on the 7th and the 21st of the month. All right, I think that's looking just about good enough to me. Libra, energy on the bottom, you do have the Three of Pentacles. So this Three of Pentacles card, it really can refer to your colleagues, the people that you work with. I actually love this modern interpretation of the Three of Pentacles, as you see the colleagues here sitting around the table, looking at the schematics here, looking at some plans or whatever the case may be. What's also nice here is you can see that this person is here is kind of delivering a presentation to the others. They're kind of like showing off their work. The Three of Pentacles, it can indicate that you are ready in some aspect of your life to show off your work, or even to like make progress, or sort of you may have reached a certain milestone. You know, you may have reached a certain milestone in your career or in your situation. So this is generally a very good card to find in a reading, and especially for you know, a reading like this, you have to blend the meaning, but especially the threes I found are really dependent on, well, really every card is, but the other cards can really give some clues. But in this case, you know, this Three of Pentacles with a set of really positive cards here for me is a good sign in this reading. So I do see that people are about to achieve a major milestone in their situation, okay? I think in their career, in whatever it is that they're doing right now for career, for money, I think you're achieving a major milestone here because of the influence of also the Eight of Pentacles. I'll get into that more as we go along. These cards are similar as well in the tarot, and you have both of them, so that's pretty significant. I see that there are 1, 2, 3, 4 court cards here as well, in addition to a 3. I see a lot of collaboration happening here for you in September. I see you meeting up with people here in September, maybe in a work context, but maybe just more broadly, you're meeting up with people, maybe even running into a lot of different people in this month. Should be an exciting time for you. So Libra, let's go ahead and dive in here. Right away in the middle, you do have the Queen of Wands. This Queen of Wands card is a great card as well. This is, you see the sunflower here. Sunflowers are symbols of positivity and even success in the tarot, depending on how you look at it. And this person is quite successful because of their authenticity and their confidence. That is what the Queen of Wands is all about. They're not trying to be anyone else. They are unequivocally the Queen of Wands, and they're happy to be the Queen of Wands. And so the idea here is a couple things. You know, some of you are maybe authentically aligning to some goal that you have, or, you know, you're really confidently going in a direction here in, I think, specifically career matters for yourself here, Libra. But also the Queen of Wands is somebody who's always busy, right? So this could also be a sign that there's a lot going on for you in this month. And I think not only is there a lot going on, but I think there's a lot of meetings and a lot of interactions that you are also happening here, or that are also happening here for you in this month of September, Libra. So let's go ahead and let's move into this first column here. You have the Ace of Swords, the Nine of Cups, and the Queen of Swords. All right, so the Ace of Swords, you have an incredible reading, right? The Ace of Swords is a new start potentially, but I don't know if we're getting a new start here for you. I think if nothing else, this Ace of Swords is showing up as a symbol of success. Okay, the Ace of Swords, it can represent breakthroughs, breakthroughs in the tarot, and it can also say that something's sort of pushing ahead for you. You may feel like you are more inspired. Okay, I don't always get that from the Ace of Swords, but it may indicate divine inspiration or divine breakthrough, foresight. But I'm getting that some of you are feeling inspired. You're feeling energized, here at this time. I'm getting Ace of Wands vibes from the Ace of Swords. I know. But that is what I'm getting here. So I think if nothing else, you're getting some sort of a push here in your career situation. You then finally here, or next here, have the Nine of Cups, which is wish fulfillment in the tarot. It's one of the wish cards that you could find. I think that if nothing else, some of you are achieving legitimate satisfaction, okay, during this period of time. The Nine of Cups person, they have their arms folded. All cups above them are presumably filled. They feel confident as well as you look here on the card. And this card even has like a businesswoman or business person vibe here on the Nine of Cups card, especially with this Queen of Wands. I think that some of you are going to sort of like have a moment here in this month of September where you feel really proud and satisfied of yourself, like connected to something you've done here. And it is true that like if you've thrown a wish out to the universe with the Nine of Cups and the Ace of Swords, that may somehow return home to you or in some way show up for you as like a message here in this month. Lastly, you do have the Queen of Swords, which could be any air sign. And the Queen of Swords, this is a message of potentially getting clear on something, okay, creating a clear directive for yourself in your life. The Queen of Swords is a very clear and direct person. So you'll never have to guess where you stand, by the way, with the Queen of Swords. They'll always tell you exactly what they think, okay? So this can be a sign of like clear communication, direct communication. This could even be an energy of like cutting something out that you might need to cut out. This would be generally positive as you have, two really good swords cards here. The swords can be seen as a suit that is a bit challenging, right, as you go through. Three of Swords is, one that is people get a lot of kind of get upset about. Three of Swords, Five of Swords, Ten of Swords, right? You have these Nine of Swords, Seven of Swords. Like these cards can be really challenging for some, depending on how you like look at the cards. But you have the Swords cards that people really like to see, which is the Ace of Swords and the Queen of Swords. So I think any sort of cutting here is generally very, very positive for you, okay, during this period of time. It's a win-win for you. It's a win-win scenario for you, I think, based on this reading. So let's go ahead and move forward here. In the middle, you have the Eight of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands, and the Hierophant. All right, Eight of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, and the Hierophant here in the middle. Three of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles is sort of like a progressed version of the Three of Pentacles. The thing is that the Eight of Pentacles person is they have essentially achieved mastery. The Hermit is a symbol of mastery as well in the tarot, but you can see beyond just this idea of like basically achieving mastery, they're also very dedicated to their work. And same with the Three of Pentacles card, right? You see that how hard they are working late in, well, you can't see it in this image, but in a traditional image, you'll see that they're working late into the night, and they are going for the final push here. Their other projects are on the post. They have one more here, and they're just wrapping this one up. So it can really talk about like almost like this idea of deep work. I'm sure you've heard of the idea of like deep work, like going really, really heavy into something. And this may suggest that there is progress being made as well. This can be a card of promotions. This can even be a card of apprenticeship. Either you becoming an apprentice or you bringing on an apprentice, someone working under you as well. So this is about positive movement forward in these areas. It's a really nice card, and by the way, it's a high skill card as well. So you have some all around really good messages here for you. Libra. I'm a Libra myself. I like to see I like to see this for us here, my fellow Libra. So we talked about the Queen of Wands as well in the middle, and this can talk about your confidence, being courageous, being authentic, and then finally you have the Hierophant here, which the Hierophant, it can indicate wisdom in a certain way. You have two energies of wisdom here with the Hermit and the Hierophant for sure. And it can also talk about the organization that you're part of. If you're part of any big groups, or if you work for an organization, or if you're a part of a group like outside of work, this could also show up here. This is your elders as well, spirituality as well. I think this is generally about wisdom for you. It's also an energy of marriage, but obviously, we're not really seeing that here. So let's go ahead and let's move to the... I actually think that particularly you could be elevated within your group or your organization, okay? I think that it's possible here. With the Eight of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, and the Hierophant, you're in a strong spot here with the Queen of Wands in the middle. So everybody wants to know the Queen of Wands. It's a fun person to be around. So I think you could maybe even be elevated here in some group or, some group or organization that you're a part of. In the final column, you have the Hermit, the King of Cups, and the King of Pentacles. With the Hermit, this is somebody who is looking to achieve mastery. They've probably already become a master as well, presumably, but you can see the beard on the Hermit, right? This is like, for me, I take that as a sign of wisdom, right, as well, having gone through many experiences in life. And I think for me, this can be about self-study, because even though this person already is wise, they are a lifelong learner, right? So this person's always interested in finding answers or building their knowledge set, building their truth as well. So this is usually a return to or a creation of isolation in one's life. But in a reading like this, you have so many people showing up. I don't really necessarily see that. Okay, I see you around quite a bit of people here in this month. But so this is probably about learning and going deeper into something that you're already deep in with the Pentacles and the Hermit. King of Cups, King of Cups, King of Pentacles. Kings in the tarot can represent leadership generally. This is also why I think that, so you've actually got double queens, double kings, which is interesting. But I think that really this can be about leadership, and I think the King of Cups person is somebody who leads from the heart space. This is somebody who has a high EQ, emotional intelligence. The King of Pentacles is somebody who leads from a place of practicality, right? Practicality. And this is the first one. This is like the first one to arrive, last one to leave energy. This is somebody who has really solid habits and routines, and that's how they've become successful. All right, so for you, again, I think I see you in this elevated position with the double queens and the double kings in work or in whatever scenario that you are here for as well. And this is something you've been pushing for with the Nine of Cups. You may realize that. So let's go ahead and let's move into the clarifications portion of this reading. We're going to go ahead and start off by pulling some oracle cards, and then we'll also move into the tarot clarifications for you here, Libra. All right, and you do have this wisdom card again. So this psychic psychic tarot oracle is both a blend of tarot and oracle cards. So it's partially why I like it. One of my first ever decks. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the energy on the bottom. You do have Triumph. Okay, so this would be the Chariot. That can be a general sign of success and victory, and and also this idea of like as above, so below. This card popped out, which is the Hierophant. So you have this twice. You can see the wisdom energy here. This person is, quite knowledgeable. You see the book in their hands as well. This is also an energy of tradition, by the way, as well. We'll see if that folds into the reading. You do have Choose Wisely as well as Sacral Chakra. This can refer to the sacral chakra is right below the belly button. It can talk about like your feelings of self-worth, right? And also it is your sexual energies as well, the sacral chakra, your creative energies as well. Creativity shows up there. In addition, Choose Wisely says you have a lot of options here on the table. Then you have Rest and Rejuvenate as well as Foundations and Achievements. Double 4, okay, so 4 is definitely an energy of stability. You do have something connected to marriage here that may be showing up with the double Hierophants, Wisdom and Hierophant, as well as the Foundation Achievement, 4 of Wands. Finally, Patience and Planning. Some of you may be thinking about what to do with some of your income, okay, or some of the money that you have, as well as the Seven of Pentacles, which is this patience and planning card. It is sort of about like your long range financial goals and your long range money as well. That may be kind of something that you're looking at here in September. Okay, so why don't we go ahead and let's take a look at clarifying these tarot cards here. All right, now, Libra, as always, I do appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for spending your time with me, and I do hope things are going well for you. All right. All right, let me go ahead and split the deck here, and then we'll get into the clarifications. Okay, so you have the four, another four here, Four of Pentacles. You had two come in the Oracle cards. You have the Five of Wands, and you have the Justice card. All right, so this is your energy here, Libra. The Justice card is the card of Libra with the Queen of Queen of Swords. This is you here. Okay, you are showing up very strongly in this lower left corner here, and we'll see how that plays in. But just more broadly, outside of this being a Libra card, this could be about weighing and balancing your options. I would also say it's your karma as well. So I think that you've put yourself in a strong spot. Justice card says all parties get the outcome they deserve, And so I think you've, considering how overwhelmingly positive this reading is, I think you have the right habits. I think you have the right routines. I think that you clearly are dedicated as well. I think that people around you very much think highly of you as well. You have the Five of Wands with the Nine of Cups. Five of Wands is a conflict here as well. And the Nine of Cups, it's sort of like being in the now. In addition, Nine of Cups is also in addition to a wish fulfilled. Nine of Cups can be about being in the now. I would say, yes, stop to smell the roses here, Libra. I know it's a generic saying, but take a moment. Take a moment to be in the now. Okay, don't allow yourself to be pulled too far into the future or pulled too far behind. In the past. In the past is what I should say. Enjoy what you have right here, right now, because there is something really nice with the Four of Pentacles. I do think there's a level of planning that you're looking at doing here. The Four of Pentacles person is holding on to their money. And so this may indicate that some of you are not necessarily interested in taking a risk financially during this time. Like, I think some of you are maybe looking at maybe even budgeting and planning and saving a little bit here. There could be some success in that area, actually, as the Ace of Swords is with that. Let's see what else we have. There it is again, Seven of Pentacles, which you had right here. You then have the Seven of Cups, which you also had here, choose wisely, and then the Three of Cups. Okay, so we have another three here. The Hierophant, it is about wisdom. It's a catch-all card. Like there are a lot of different things with the Hierophant. It depends on the supporting cards. But with the Hierophant, this may be an energy of tradition, and patterns. The way that you've traditionally done something. And I wonder if there's something from some pattern that you have that is maybe preventing you from enjoying a little bit of the present moment. Because the Three of Cups is like joy, celebration, pleasure, play, fun, good times with others, your social circle, the people that you love being around you, your friends, your family. These sorts of things show up with the Three of Cups, and the Hierophant is more of a traditional energy. Okay, there may also be ceremonies and celebrations broadly across the board here for you, with the Hierophant showing up in the Oracle deck, and then also right here, and then also Three of Cups can indicate ceremonies, as well as the Four of Wands, which you also have here. So, it is possible that some of you have some, like this idea of like a wedding, right? Like, think about what goes along with a wedding, like harmony, right? Good times with others. Maybe there's some level of harmony here that you are wanting to create, and could a past pattern maybe be preventing you from doing that? Maybe, maybe. But I also think there's something connected to harmony here as well. Just generally, this isn't a love reading, so I don't know. Maybe some of you are attending a wedding or something along those lines. With the Seven of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles here, this is really strong. I don't want to sound like I'm a broken record here, but I actually think that there could be some sort of like bonus or like extra money in some capacity, however that looks like for you based on your scenario, that you are receiving maybe during September or the following month, that you can sort of like, that you're thinking about like, okay, what do I do with this? What do I do with this surplus here or this extra? And you're maybe thinking about, okay, do I want this, like, how do I want this to look, or how do I want this to last, You have the Death card, you have the Knight of Wands, and you have the King of Cups again. Okay, Death card, Knight of Wands, King of Cups here. So the King of Cups I've already talked about, but you have that one twice, okay? So it's just like, for me, this is more of a confirmation that so many people are showing up in your month of September. Okay, I think you're going to be very chatty. I think you're going to be very social during this month, as you have that Three of Cups as well, a couple threes here. In addition to that, I think what the King of Cups does is they are very intuitive, and they're also able to like weather any sort of storm. So like some of you here with that Hermit card may prefer to be like away from people, but this month is the opposite. This month is bringing people towards you. So this idea of maybe you like prefer time and space, but this month is not giving you that. This month is bringing people in. So with that King of Cups, maybe doing something each and every day to recharge your batteries a little bit for yourself. The Knight of Wands, it can represent you potentially moving as well. But I think that this is probably more connected to like taking, this could also be travel. This is also a jack of all trades. This is somebody who is a risk taker, even though it's a little contradictory to what I said there with the Four of Pentacles. This is somebody who's a risk taker. Maybe somebody who wants to do something a little bit different. Here may show up. So I don't know. I don't know if this is happening in this month, but maybe the following month here. Maybe during Libra season. Some of you may be moving or traveling in some way. It's also possible that you're traveling this month, but it seems like there's something that's really rooting you to the now, and try not to like take yourself out of the now to the best of your ability in this month. It's hard to do, but finally the Death card, there's a major change here that's happening, and it's looking very, very good for you. On the bottom, you do have the Page of Pentacles, which can indicate messages. There could be some news on the way for you here in this month, Libra. Why don't we go ahead and take a look at the Kipper cards and see what's in the Kipper energies for you here, Libra. Okay, you have Pathway, Journey, Official Person, Thief, Wealthy Man, and Distant Horizons. Okay, Wealthy Man, this talks about your investments. This person's like an investment banker per se, or like somebody in finance. This person at the end of a successful trading day is the Wealthy Man. So I am getting a vibe that some of you are like looking at your accounts and everything, okay? Maybe even connecting with somebody on that as well, on like what to do with that or how to handle something. You might be getting some help there as well with that energy for sure. I think this is looking really good. The Thief card's interesting. What is this? Interesting. The Thief is about, I see. This Thief card here is about taking yourself out of this present moment, okay? It's almost like some of you, be careful of like stolen time, okay? I don't get a weird vibe about like possessions or resources being stolen. It's more so like, be sure to stop to smell the roses. Be in the now during this month. Okay, Libra? I love what's happening for you. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll most certainly be talking to you again soon.